Yeah, it's your boy Fist in his house, bringing another great edition of Black Ops 2 from you, because that's what I do. Ground War Domination, 9v9, going solo, bringing you some actualization that you could put into your own gameplay, because that's what Fist channel's all about, actualizing actual gameplay from my channel to you, because that's what I do. And it's on the map Aftermath. You know, I thought it was a great idea in the beginning. You got like Turbine and Aftermath. You know, listen, they've done a lot. They did a lot of great things. Treyarch, they made the map smaller from Black Ops 1. You only had 1 or 2 big maps in here. But the only complaint I have about Aftermath, I think it plays really well, and Turbine plays pretty good too as well. You know, one's closed, one is open, but they're both long maps. Is the fact that the spawns, they're either at A or they're at C. There's no in between. Sometimes they spawn at the bus if you have them triple cap, but that's about it. So you're always running. You die, you run back into the fight. It takes about an hour to get back into the fight. That's the only thing I have with the maps. But other than that, it's great. I love all the other maps. I love Drone. People hate Drone. I love Drone. I love all the Black Ops maps. And if you didn't hear in the news, they got some pack coming out. It looked like zombies and a gun pack, but the gun pack isn't for multiplayer, and I could be mistaken. I mean, there's other flyers floating around, but it seems like it's going to be for zombies, which I don't understand. How can you have a gun pack for zombies, but you can't have gun packs for multiplayer? I mean, I had this conversation with David Vonderhaar on Twitter, and this is when he removed me from his Twitter list when I said, how come we can't have gun packs? I mean, gun packs would be awesome. And he just went on to some excuse, and I was like, all right, whatever. You know, I thought it would be a great idea to have gun packs. So I don't know if that's going to be in multiplayer or not. If it is, it'll be great. And, you know, I would like to see different guns that change the game, you know. But they got the black box in there. So I think it's kind of redundant. If they really wanted to change the game, they could amp up other weapon strength to other strengths of different weapons. And that could change the game over the course of the year. Which I think they should do with the hot fixes they do have. But do they do it? I doubt it. They really, you know, you're not going to see it. So anyways, I picked up this DSR. I think it's DSR. With the diamond-studded DSR. Fist, people are like, Fist, how come you never snipe? I'm like, I'm not a quick-scoping, sniping guru dude, so, you know, I picked up the gun just to sit back. We were kind of winning, and then, you know, you could see right here, 105 to 47, so I wasn't really too worried about it. But then, here's a fanboy popping up in my face. So I started sniping. I got my VSAT, and it was coming towards the end of the round, and we were already up. So I was like, you know what, I don't want to die, let me go ahead and get this going. And then I noticed, because I've been playing these late night shift game types, like sometimes I used to play like from 7 in the morning to like 1 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon, then my schedule changed, and then I wound up playing really late. So I wind up like playing from, you know, 12 at night, midnight to like 5 in the morning. So you get different groups of, you know, Call of Duty heads, you get different types of COD heads. So at night, I get these certain types of COD heads that they're like super religious, and they maybe, I don't know what they do. They probably get down or, you know, drink, smoke. I don't know what their thing is, but they play the game really hardcore. You know, they really bring their best every single time. So I crammed in this room. I seen this guy. His name's It's Dobbs. I seen him before. You don't forget dudes that give you a challenge. You're like, oh yeah, I remember that dude. So I was like, let's get it on. You know, I was like, gonna challenge him. So let's do this. You see, I got my domination set up, my PDW, the red dot and the laser and the smoke and a grenade, because that's what you got to do. So in case, you know, you want to take a flag or you throw a grenade up there and you take up middle space real quick. But I know they're gonna come up this hill, so I might as well just go ahead and rush it and keep building up the creeps. We got the VSAT up in the air. We know where they're at. Getting these kills. Get my dogs in the house. So, and then to get the swarm. And so anyways, I meet this guy. His name's It's Dobbs. He's from the same state as I'm from. He's from Michigan. So they match you up with people, you know, that are within your same area. And it, like, listen, this is what I gotta tell you guys. If you ever meet somebody who's in the top 1,000, and they're either two things. They're either really freaking good, or they are boosters. One of the two. So I'm like, dude, I'm playing this with this dude. He has way more repetitions, and this ties into a lot of stuff. What I'm gonna say next. You know, because of this guy, had so many repetitions, meaning he had like 50,000 kills. You know, I judge your gameplay not on score per minute or nothing like that. Your game elevates to a next level based on kills. The more times you kill somebody, the more proficient you get. And you get more proficient with certain weapons. You get more proficient with, you know, the way people travel and certain traffic routes. So this dude, man, I was getting schooled. You know, he was like, yo, he was over here and I was over there, and I was like seeing what setups he used, and he was posting up. And I'm like, damn, I didn't have a mic at the time. I messaged him back. I was like, you're pretty good. He's like, I hope so. I'm in the top 600. I was like, what? You're in the top 600? So I looked up his name, and fuck yeah. I mean, I added to my friends list. So I added him as a friend. He's from Michigan Saline, so you know he would get like a great connection. So I figured I might as well add him. So we rolling some games, dude, and he was just like every other game, man. I think the dude, if he opened a YouTube channel or whatever, I don't know the full story on him. For all I know, he could be some MLG pro dude who's just clowning me. But the dude has like, the dude was getting V stats every single game, and I had to go back and watch his videos, and he was pretty good. And I'm like, man, this dude opened a channel, he'd blow up quick too. So I think that's like probably one of the only other persons that I ever ran across that was that good, or if not better than Mark J in Ground War. He's really good. So anyways, you know, that leads me into the next thing. You know, when you have that many reps into the game and experience, you know, I was watching the UMG. It's probably going on right now, or probably ending up, you know, going to end today. And I was watching the top teams like I was watching like Farika and Optic. You know, their top teams started using the FAL as a rushing assault rifle. And if you remember, I posted, that was like my very second video that I posted. The FAL was a rushing weapon with the, I don't see them using it with the red dot, and I'm surmising that, you know, this is the first live tournament they were at, so I'm surmising they're just picking that up, and there wasn't no attachments. Like, one guy had the red dot on it, and the other guy didn't have nothing. So I'm like, if you put the red dot on it, you don't understand. When you put the laser on the FAL, it constricts the reticle, so that means you can shoot off the hip and rush with it. The only bad thing is, it's you know, you lose 5% mobility, but the great thing about it is you can post up on head glitches. So it's an overall, you can rush and you can post up. SMG, I was watching these pro gamers like failing, and you know, SMG's got no chance against a FAL medium to long range. They're done. So I was like tweeting back Redneck, and I was like, yo, see there, man? Us pop stars know a little bit something about the game. So that's the thing. Repetitions, get repetitions. It doesn't matter if you're pro or not. You will start developing, and your game will actualize into other different gameplays that people won't understand yet. And that's how I grade people. It's based on how many kills you get. You start to see things that other people don't see. And that's why I say go through the repetitions of high gameplay of 9v9, so you experience things and you adapt and morph into a better player. And not to leave anybody out, I had a great time this weekend on the Realist podcast out there. If you want to check, if you want to see the Realist podcast over again, holler back at me on Twitter. I will give you the links to that. It was awesome. The shit was funny. And I want to give a shout out to Broski and Pacific Tombs. These are two cool ass up and coming commentators. I'm gonna leave their description below. Until next time, 83 and 6. It's your boy Fist. Peace. I'm out.